Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here on 660amtheanswer.com. Couple of thoughts on video every once in a while in between radio shows. Thanks for listening and for watching. So, like many of you, I was on the intellectual and emotional roller coaster on the day that FBI Director James Comey laid out a watertight basis for the indictment of Hillary Clinton and then chose not to recommend such a thing to the Justice Department. He's laying out the levels of her inattention to the most basic precautions for national security, laying out the things that she said that simply weren't true, laying out a case for the levels of carelessness that would be shocking for somebody in a mid-level security position, much less a Secretary of State. And then, as we waited for the payoff, nothing there. And it wasn't just a failure to recommend an indictment, but Director Comey committed just an outrage against logic, saying that no reasonable prosecutor would want to take up this case. Well, a long line soon formed on my show and others of reasonable prosecutors who would have been more than willing to do the heavy lifting. It was just a little too much for Director Comey. But let me give you a couple of things that might be somewhat counterintuitive, because even though we got very caught up with his inaction, it's kind of funny, it actually wasn't inaction, it was a negative action. He said, don't take up this case. He recommended to Loretta Lynch's Justice Department, as if they were ever going to do anything, recommended that they not indict. This was outrageous because from Rudy Giuliani to Andrew McCarthy, there are people who said that there is an absolute case made there for indictment. The interesting thing is, maybe Director Comey laid out that case in a way that gives us exactly what we need to deliver the ultimate indictment on Election Day. Get it? This may be a case of be careful what you wish for. Let's step into the time tunnel and go back and have him indict Hillary Clinton. Okay, you happy then? Well, in a way, yes. But then she is either so damaged that she's not the nominee anymore. They find a way to have Uncle Joe Biden ride in like a knight on a white horse, and here, and everybody would love him. It'd be in Philadelphia just a few days from now, and there'd be enormous love and enormous empathy, and it would be palpable. Joe Biden, harder to beat than a wounded Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton is damaged. She is wounded. My friend Hugh Hewitt put it best. She wasn't indicted, but in many ways, she has been convicted. It's the court of public opinion, and you and I are there. If you want to continue the judicial analogies, every day between now and November 8th is like a jury deliberation. Then we'll come into the jury box on Election Day and deliver our verdict. And maybe it'll be a verdict against Hillary, against Barack Obama, and against Attorney General Loretta Lynch. A verdict that says we're done with all of you. We're done with the Obama years of the politicization of justice. We're done. We're done with a quarter century of the stench of scandals from both Clintons. We're done. And then we'll have a new president, a new direction. All of this will be in the rearview mirror. And if that happens, I'm prepared to be done with this. And I'm prepared to look back at FBI Director James Comey's day and say, sir, thank you. A lot of people are saying, yeah, thanks, Director Comey. Thanks for nothing. But he may well have given us something. He may have given us everything we need to know everything we need to know to keep Hillary Clinton out of the White House. And isn't that the big picture? Thanks for joining me. Mark Davis, 7 to 10 a.m. Central Time, 660amtheanswer.com. Appreciate you listening and watching.